MightyOxTrading presents Tools to Help You Trade, Burrell Investments Trading Journal. Hello, everybody. Today we're going to talk about a new tool that should help your trading journey, created by a viewer of our live streams. If you see us come join us every morning, you'll probably see Burrell Investments, Jon Burrell in there talking, usually posting some emojis as well. And he created a trading journal using Microsoft Excel. We have Jon with us tonight to help explain the how the journal works. Hi, Jon. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I hope you are, and I appreciate you having me on the stream.
I appreciate you being here. So, this trading journal, I know you consider journaling and a very important part of trading and your trading journey, and you started using this for yourself, correct?
Yes, I originally made this for myself, and I wanted some stats around my trading. And so I made this, and then when I was posting on different discords and different channels, people asked what I was using, and they were interested in journaling. So I'm now offering it to the public.
Awesome. So, it's like a win-win. So, we have two sheets here. This is Microsoft Excel, and before I go any further, this is the online free version of Microsoft Excel. If you don't have Excel on your computer, you can get your free at Microsoft 365, and it's working for me, not having to pay anything. So whether it's on your computer or online, this seems to work. This is the first sheet here. This will make more sense once we go to the second sheet. This is where you enter your trades. The first thing you should do is this starting bankroll up here. Start off with whatever your account is. And if you're like doing a prop firm, then put in your starting balance for what if you have a 50K account, which is what I put in here. And that's how you should start it off. And in here, and I don't know why that's doing that there, but we'll just try day one. There we go. Put in the date, so we'll start with 3/3/2023. ES, the fee, which is your commission, and it's for the round turn. It's not per side. Put in the full round turn. So, if you get charged $4 for your full trade, that's what you should put in there.
And I
Now,
think most traders think of a trade as the full turn. I know they really count it as per side, but I like to look at it as the round turn.
yeah, I never understood why they do it per side. It's not like you're not going to exit that trade at some point.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
and then now the multiplier. This is the one that was a little bit confusing for me when he first showed it. It's the for the ES would be like what the point value is. So in this case, it's 50. For NQ would be 20, etc. And that's correct, right, Jon?
Yes, and the point value of the contract and this spreadsheet and template for your journaling can be used for stocks or futures. And I'm not sure about forex, but there's enough fields here that you should be able to use it for any type of trading that you're doing. But the multiplier is basically how much the full point of a uh, investment vehicle is worth. So, like you said, ES would be 50, and like the micro MES would be 5.
So if someone wanted to use it for stocks, so the multiplier would it just be one for a dollar, or how does that work?
I believe it would be 1 penny.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but that
Okay.
would be something to try out and just make sure.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. We can try that out then. So for contracts, you just put in, however many contracts, and then for the buy, so you put in say 39.98.25, 25, and then say you got out at 401, 4,001.50, and there you go. Over here, you see your P&L on that trade, 158.52 takes out the commission, and you can see if we scroll over here just a bit, it's showing your trading, over here is your trading days. So day one, we have one winning trade. Now, shorts is a little bit, at first was confusing, but it's not. It's actually very simple. You enter it the same way. So let's enter a short. Yes, 398. Oops. I type with two fingers, people, so give me a break when I make a typo one. So for a short, you're also buying and selling. So you can, so you, if you're shorting, enter the price that you got out at. So let's say we got in at 4,000 and out at 39.98 half, in at 4,000 even, and there you go. You can see the profit on that trade, 71.02 after commission. That's how you enter a short.
And under the setup tab or column, you can also put if you have different setups just for your journaling. So if this is your long strategy or your short
Yep.
strategy, you can put that under the setup.
Yeah, so just put in like for this, I'm just put in like test, and like say this was my 20 EMA cross there. So that's how that can work. Now let's do a second day, so then we can go over to the graph and see what the information that the graph that we showed to begin with. Start, we'll do 3/4 2023. We'll do GC. We'll just stick with the same amount commission because I don't. Now for GC, it's 100 for the multiplier. And now this might be a little bit confusing. John, you said that the CME website would have the multipliers for the various symbols.
Yeah, CME has a page on their website where you can see what the multiplier is. I know a lot of traders tend to look at futures trading in ticks, but the industry usually quotes what the multiplier is in points.
Okay, so I'm entering in price on gold here for a buy, and you can see there the profit. So this multiplier thing, what we can do is on either somewhere on the Discord, or eventually when I get a website up, we can get a quick fact sheet made up of what the multiplier would be for some of the more common symbols. That way, um, you can have a quick guide to what to put in there if you have a question about it. I'm sure we can, if you have a question about it before that comes up, just ask on the Discord and we probably can help figure it out. So now we have.
Yeah, for sure. And also, before you go to the next page,
Mhm.
if you scroll back over to the right, um, it'll show. So you have multiple trades on day one, and then you have one trade on day two. So your trading day, it'll show you your loss or gain for day one, and it'll show you how many winning and losing trades. And so it combines multiple trades that's within the
Mm.
same day and gives you your data on how much you made and how many winners and losers you had
Yep.
on this first page, and then it gets way more detailed on the second page.
Yep. So here you go. You can see trading day one gain 229.54, two winning trades, zero losing trades, and then day two just that one trade, the one winning trade. Hey, we're on a winning streak here. So it definitely a lot of just a lot of good quick stats right there before we go into the in-depth stuff over here. Back to sheet one. And here you can see, first of all, the first thing that stands out to me is this beautiful graph, which I never realized that Excel was even able to do stuff like that. But you can see this graph, this was day one, and then day two, and of course as more days come out, this graph will go out longer. So you see your starting balance, your net P&L, your account balance, shows your number of trades, winning percentage. I probably should have put on a losing trade, so but anyway, uh, your winning percentage, net gains, um, net losses. Now,
And if you want to go back and put a loss in for a trade,
okay, let me go back and
and,
do
and
that.
it'll give us a little bit more
Yeah, I was
stats.
just gonna say I'm seeing a lot of divide by zero, so I have a feeling that I should have put in a loss. Yeah, let me put in day three, 3/5/2023. ES 3.98, 50, one contract. We bought it 3,998, and got out at 3996. Okay, so you can see there now we have a loss. So let's go back to sheet one. Oh yeah, lots of more. And you can see the next day added on the line on the graph. So now we have total profit factor, which is 3.62 was 3.16. I'm sorry, 3.612.
And there's also multiple different ways to calculate a profit factor. So I basically put a bunch of different ways of making the same calculation. So you have your total gains, which will just be your total amount of gains for all your winning trades, and then your total amount of losing trades. And that'll be your profit factor for the gross like amount of wins and losses. But then on down the sheet, you have your largest trade and your largest loss. So there's a different profit factor that can be calculated there just based off your biggest winner and your biggest loser. And then I also have it largest winning day. Your biggest winning day versus your biggest losing day profit factor, and so these different ways of calculating profit factor. What I like to do is go off the worst one. So whichever one is the lowest profit factor, that's the one I like to use because it allows you to be to take less risk and to assume that your profit factor is a little worse than even it may be, but that gives you some more cushion when you're trading.
Very good. I like that. You thought of everything. So yeah, here's the largest trade gain and loss. Largest trade profit factor, which is 1.525. Largest winning day, largest losing day. Another profit factor for that, 2.208. Then your average daily gain slash loss, 90.53. Average winning day and average losing day. Average profit factor there, 1.806. Then we have average per contract gain slash loss. Net fees 67.90. Average daily volume 1.33. And okay, risk capital. I have a red thing here that says input drawdown here. What's that
Yeah,
for?
so if you're taking an evaluation or you're in an account and it's basically the amount that you can lose in that account, and whether that's going to be a percentage of your account balance or that's going to be a rule from a prop firm. So, for example, if you're on a 50K account, a lot of times it's going to be about $2,500. So, you would input the $2,500 there, and that's going to essentially tell you based off of your edge or based off your winning trades and your losing trades. This is going to tell you what your edge is in the market and how much risk you should take per trade.
Okay. So
So,
the K value
yeah, the K values is how much you should risk per trade based on your metrics that of your previous trades. So because we had a bunch of winning trades versus the one losing trade, it's saying 64% of our drawdown or our capital that we can risk in this account. So it's telling us that we can risk about a $1,200, $1,300 per trade based on our edge. Now we only have a couple trades, and ideally you can use this for back testing as well, or you can use this you can create more saves of the same spreadsheet and calculate back tests or calculate different prop accounts or personal accounts. And when you're doing back testing, this will let you know once you have a bunch of trades in there how much you should risk based on that strategy that you're back testing. Or if you're trading a live account and you see, okay, you're risking $100, but you look back at your stats and this calculation says, okay, you can actually risk more to make more based on your edge of what trades you've already took.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. So I usually just I stick with the same target, same loss each time. That'd be pretty good insight to be able to look at that and realize I could maybe do more at a certain time. That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
it allows you the ability to feel comfortable scaling into your trading, because what ends up happening as the more money you make, the more money you can risk, and as you accumulate a bunch of trades, you'll actually see if you're not risking enough money or if you're risking too much. So if you're trading like 15, like in this example, if you're trading $1,500 is how much you can risk per trade, then and you see on here it's like 12, where you're like, okay, well, I'm risking a little bit too much versus my edge that I have.
Excellent. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, and so uh, see down here there's a contract that's empty. Uh, the the very last line says contracts. Is that supposed to be
Yeah,
anything
I
in there?
see that it should tell you about how many contracts to trade, but that may be once you have enough data in the spreadsheet.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say
Uh,
it's probably better to for this part of it to have a little bit more than just 3 or 4 trades before you start basing your edge off of it, I assume.
yeah, I say the I say 100 would be good. I mean, I think that's like usually you want a large enough sample size to where you're not just getting a randomness, you're getting the longer term. I mean, you can set that number at whatever you want, but I think the a lot of people recommend at least 100 trades.
Yeah, sounds about right. So this is a full-featured uh, journaling uh, piece of software here. And the cool thing about it is, John, it's a one-time only fee. It's not like these other journaling places that are charging you every month. This is yours for a one-time fee, correct?
Correct, and a lot of these journaling software companies, they charge a monthly fee, and I'm charging basically 1 month. So you basically pay for 1 month, and then you get the rest of your life for free, essentially. And yeah, I mean, it's a cheaper way to journal your trades. And the problem with the monthly fee is it turns a lot of people away from journaling. And I think journaling is so important. So we want to make it as easy as possible, and also have stats in here that will actually help you risk manage your accounts better. So we don't want to turn people away from journaling because I think it's so important. And when you're paying 20, 30, $40 a month for just journaling, I don't think that a lot of people will do it. So if we just charge a one time what these other companies are charging for 1 month, and you get to use it forever, and with no monthly fees, I think there's a better setup for traders to get into journaling and not be discouraged from doing something that could be really important and a tool that can help you.
Absolutely agree. And that one-time fee is $30, but exclusively with my Mighty Ox Trading with the coupon code MOT, MOT, capitals or small, you can get $5 off your the cost of JournalEx. Just down here, enter in your coupon code, your name, your email, PayPal or debit card or credit card, and all you do is hit submit after putting all that information in, and
And if
that
you want to, just go ahead and type in MOT and hit apply in the coupon just to show people. And
okay,
it doesn't have to be
yep, there
capitalized.
you go.
It can be. It works either way. It gives you $5 off. Um, that's a nice gesture for everyone that is viewers of your content and streams. And also, even if you use a debit or credit card, all those transactions are handled through PayPal, so it's secure. Um, so regardless of what option you pick, PayPal takes care of the transaction, so you don't have to worry about security problems.
Excellent. So, and then once you hit submit, then the actual software download gets emailed to you, correct?
Yeah, it gets emailed automatically. It usually takes just a couple minutes. You just check your email, and it'll once you go through with this page, it'll say thank you. An email's going to be sent in like 2 3 minutes. You check your email, you'll get the email with the information and the receipt of purchasing this, and then there'll be an attachment. You click the attachment, and there'll be a link to where you can download it. So you don't have to wait. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're wanting to mess around with this, I stay up late. I know a lot of other traders do, especially trading the overnight session. So you can, pull that up and get it within a few minutes. You don't have to wait for someone to send it to you.
Yeah, it took like I think I got mine within like 3 minutes, so it's real quick. So I believe that's everything. One last question that I meant to ask before we went into all that. If someone wants to use this for multiple accounts, what do they need to do?
So when you first get it, the best thing to do is save it in your account as just the blank template. And then every time you open another account or get a prop account or you have a different account that you want to use this for, just save it as a new name for the account that you're wanting to journal your trades with. And that way you always have a blank one and you can use this for any account that you want.
And that's another big advantage right there over some, these places that charge monthly, because a lot of them are only like one account or one company or whatever, and they have a limit. This you can, you're crazy enough to have those 20 Apex accounts, and you don't use a trade copy or trade them separately. You can do them all separate and without any extra expense.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of benefits to this, and like you also said, is you have it online, so you can access it anywhere as well. I use the download version on the computer, but you can use it online too, and that's what makes it so easy to use. And there's a lot of information that can come from your trades other than I think a lot of people just look at it as like, oh, I'm just writing down my trades, I'm just documenting them. Well, no, there's a lot of information and data that can be, uh, subtracted from your trades, so it can give you some real insight and information to improve your risk management.
Absolutely, absolutely agreed. I think this is absolutely an excellent piece of software. Definitely worth the money. Definitely everybody should check this out. Everybody should be journaling because almost every expert trader or every profitable, I shouldn't say expert trader, profitable trader I know says, one of their keys to becoming consistently profitable was starting to journal and looking at where they were having problems and what they could correct.
Yeah, and something I want to add, if you scroll down, back down to the bottom part of this page, just looking at the amount you should risk based on your trades is really important. So if you imagine you have a strategy that has a 99% win rate, right? This is just an extreme example, but it works for any percent win rate. And your odds is calculated into this as well with your profit factor. So if you have a 99% probability and you win, but you're betting 100% of your amount of capital that you can lose, eventually, um, statistics say that that 1% will happen, and because you're betting 100% of your money, you're going to blow up your account. So that works at 99%, and that works at different percentage levels and profit factors. So this allows you to make sure you're not risking too much versus what your edge is in the market. And that's so important, is to be able to, you could have what's really powerful is you could have a winning strategy and make it a losing strategy just because of position sizing alone.
Right.
And so it's really important that you're below your edges, your amount that you should allocate based on your edge, because you can have a winning strategy and make a losing one. So position sizing is so important, and that's what I really wanted to highlight in this journal, is to be able to see what you should be risking. And this is like a max calculation of what you can risk, and it's based on your previous trades, and that can vary. If you're a discretionary trader, there could be a lot more variability within that just because of the nature of discretionary trading. But if you are an algo trader or you are a systematic trader and say you take every trade, this can be more of an exact number. But the biggest thing is you don't want to go above the number that's going to be in the sheet once you have a large number of trades journaled. Um, so it's an extra piece that's super important, along with the other stats that can help guide you in your decision making when risk managing. But it's so important to get that position sizing right.
Those are great points, and I don't think a lot of people, realize most of those points you just made, and I think this might, once people start putting some numbers into this, they might get surprised in some of the results they see.
Yeah, and I think for people like you and I, Ox, we're a little more risk adverse. And so you could be risking too little money and realize, oh, I can actually risk more. And this puts some numbers and some stats behind you to feel more comfortable to take more risk because you don't want to leave money on the table either. I mean, you don't want to risk too much and blow up, but you also don't want to be trading too small and leave money on the table. So this gives you confidence to trade bigger. I know when I was trading with my, I'm an algorithmic trader. When I'm trading with my algorithm, um, it's really important to get that position sizing right because when you have a drawdown over time, like I just came out of a big drawdown, but because I didn't cross over my edges, my statistical edge that's used in this journal, I was able not to blow up my account, but also I was able to stay confident and just stay with my strategy because I knew I had the right parameters in place. And so confidence and psychology is a big part of this industry. And even if you're an algo trader, it can be very difficult because algo traders, if you see something not working, you may want to just turn your algo off. But if you have some kind of stats behind you, that'll help you leave it on when you should and not make the mistake of leaving it off. And that's what journaling has really done for me, and especially here those last couple months because the trading last couple months has been kind of hard.
Right. Helps you find that happy medium and also give you the confidence to just let it go and let it do its thing because you're confident that of the numbers that you're seeing.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that's where we're gonna wrap up. Unless you have anything else you want to add, John.
No, that's it. I really appreciate you having me on here, and I hope this can help traders become profitable and long lasting.
I appreciate you being here. We will have the link to the Journal X in the video description below, as well as the coupon code, which is simply MOT cap or small for the $5 off. I'll put that down below, and I believe that's everything. So, once again, thank you for being here, John. Thank you for creating this awesome piece of software, and let's hope it helps us all become profitable and consistent. Thank you for your time. If you hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Have a great time until next time. Bye.
See ya.